Sorry, some technical difficulties again. We're still in the Mercury retrograde shadows, you know, so don't freak out. It's just normal. I'm so glad. You know what? I'm so glad I know that because then it feels like, oh, yeah, it's just normal. It's not, personal or anything. It's not just me. Okay, hi. Let's see who came in. Hi. Well, Micah's here. Leo is here. Leo Medic. Richard is here. And Max Vision is here. Hi, John. And yeah, that's it right now. Yeah, my dragon head is on. I got my dragon head on. Okay. I thought I would, it was like, I'm sorry. Did the car at least get fixed? Because I wasn't at all sure that that was really right. Yeah, the moon is in Virgo. And, oh, Virgo, no wonder. Okay. That makes some sense now. For some reason, I didn't know you were a Virgo. Yeah, for some reason, I wasn't feeling that was right. My stomach was saying no. I was getting weird messages yesterday, though. Today, a little bit. That's why it's like I check them more than once. Like I do them once, and then I do them twice, and then I ask again, and then because it's almost like if I get too distracted, it's gonna tell me anything. That's why I'm really careful about it. I try to be careful and not just jump to when I bring something in here. By the time I bring it in here, I've already checked it a couple of times, see if it's going to shift or, because weird shit can happen when you do it. Some of these mediums we use are kind of sensitive, and if you have more than one thing running through your head, it'll answer one of your questions. If you have more than one question going, it could be answering one and not the other, and then answer the other. It's like, and you have to do that with cards too. I've noticed that if I'm not very careful, the cards won't tell me what I'm asking about. They'll tell me what I'm thinking about. That's why it's something that you have to practice so that you can. Most of us have to practice to get it like that. So anyway, wow, all men here. Yeah. Ooh, all men here. Yeah, I understand how it is when you don't have a car. I haven't had a car in 25 years. It hurts, doesn't it? It really does. Hope one day I'm gonna work it out to where I have a car again. But it would be nice to get credit again too. It's another thing I need to get. Anyway, I thought it would be nice, since we've got a full moon coming, one of the things that is nice to know is your moon sign. And you may wonder why the moon sign is a good thing to know. And I will tell you why. Because it guides your emotions and subconscious. Is how you process your feelings and determines what your most pressing needs are. I don't know. I'm thinking of getting a steam iron. That's one of my pressing needs. I don't have one. Haven't had one in a while. But it's basically what makes you feel happy and balanced and secure. And these different signs, depending on what yours is, are going to affect you. When the moon goes into your sign, you are going to have a better day than usual. Okay, so it's nice to know so that you can plan. Now I found a calculator, so I can just plug in this, whatever. If you don't know your moon sign already, actually, I might just copy it. Just copy. Okay. I think I will do that. And if you can't, you're a Leo. Is your moon in Leo too? Oh, Albert came in. Okay, so who does know their moon sign? Does anybody know their moon sign? I will give you the page, actually. Here. It's a moon sign calculator. You can find out what your moon sign is. I've known for a long time. Mine is Cancer the Crab. If my home is in jeopardy, I get very defensive. And I'm territorial about it. And it's the mother instinct too, actually. That's Cancer the Crab. And the funny thing is, a lot of these signs have been very degraded with the way that they've been called. Like, for instance, Scorpio was originally the eagle. Scorpio is actually the lower vibration of that sign. Crab is actually the lower vibration. What that crab symbol was supposed to symbolize was nurturing. Okay, so I've given you a link, and if you don't want to go there, I understand. I can plug you into that link and find out what you are, but you would have to give me your month, day, year, and birth city. So if you give me your month, day, year, and birth city, I will plug it in and let you know what your moon sign is. Or you can click that link and follow it and calculate it for yourself if you don't want to give all that information away on this particular stream. But and if you just let me know which one you want to do. If somebody wants me to calculate it for them with this calculator, I'll do that right now. If not, I'll figure you're going to do that. Yeah, right now, the moon that we're in is great for people who are in Wait. Huh? Okay, Virgo, it's about to go into Libra. And I know we have some Libras that come in here too. Mine is going to be, strangely enough, oh, by the way, you will also feel a little better when the moon enters your sun sign, right? When the moon enters your sun sign, it's kind of two different things. But see, your moon sign tells you what makes you happy and content and feel secure. I feel happy and content and secure when things are okay at my house, at my home, with my family, which is you guys. Then I feel happy, content, and secure. That's Cancer. Okay? Libra moon. Yep, you're in Cancer too, moon in Cancer. Yes, Moody. And you also like your home to be safe and secure. You're also a nurturing type. Your happy place is when you're actually being nurturing. Yeah. When the moon is in your sun sign. Ah, yes, you were saying that. So I thought it was really a good, oh, thank you. Yes, I'm wearing my crochet jacket too. So yeah, and my crochet dragon hat that Lucid sent me. She is such a sweetie pie. I'm probably going to be there on Mondays a lot, selling stuff so that I can keep up stuff here, because I want to expand. I want to expand the channel, and I want to expand what I can do, because right now I know I'm playing small and I'm getting signs like you really shouldn't be. You really need to be expanding. After all, I'm Sagittarius, and the ruler of that sign is expansive Jupiter. However, I have Saturn conjunct by 1 degree. So I can't decide. Do I want to contract or expand? I expand, it scares me, and I contract. I gotta quit that. I just gotta quit that. I gotta quit contracting again. Hey Annie, how you doing? The Red Riding Hood jacket, yeah. So Albert is Aries, 11 degrees. Oh, cool. He's even got the degrees and everything. Listen to that, man. Okay, let me get back to that page. Aries. Okay, your next time your the moon enters your sun sign, Aries, is March 13th. So you will want to mark that down. That will be a power day for you. Okay? So, let's see. Circle K said, I already told you. Taurus with a Taurus moon. Thank you, so. Okay, Moody Cancer. Oh, yeah, the next time, wait, I'm going to move this over here so I can get to it. Okay, we were in Cancer just back on the 22nd. We'll be back in Cancer on March 21st. So make a note of that. Okay. Libra, yours is, we're coming right into it. We're coming right up on it. It's like today sliding into tomorrow is Libra. Then one day I got to explain void of course to you. What does void of course moon mean? Well, void of course. No, void of course is really weird. And it's like silly season. The moon isn't in any sign during that time. It's the time between the moon traveling between the signs. And during that time, it's just anything goes. And we have a tendency to do silly things. And make silly decisions during that time. Taurus. Did I read Taurus? Taurus comes in on the 16th. Okay. And what the heck? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. I don't know. I'd have to do, I guess you have to do chart. I pasted the, possibly you have to tell them the time. Oh, you're Pisces. Yeah, moon in Cancer. It means, okay, we have several of us here with moon in Cancer then. You, Max, and me. Cancer. And actually, you know what? I think I will go to it and read it off. Hang on. Okay. So we have several people with moon in Cancer. If you have the moon in Cancer, you're very easily respond to the emotional environment in which you're placed. We have tendency to be those emotional people, okay? You soak up feelings like a sponge. This is why you can become moody, irritable, and inconstant in your thought and feeling. Learning to control your own moods may be very difficult, yet necessary for you. Your greatest need is to nurture and mother someone or ones. You often appear irrational to others because you can't always explain the reason or source of your feelings. Anyone who lives with you must accept your ups and downs and appreciate your need for times of withdrawal. You are also very sympathetic and understand the unspoken feelings and needs of others. You take slights very personally, and though you may forgive a mistake by a friend or loved one, you never forget it. Security is very important to you, and you look for it in your home and family life. Your senses and emotions are quite strong, and it would be wise for you to listen to your intuitive side, as you can be quite psychic. You are very tenacious, and you do not give up or let go of things or people easily. Your mother was a strong influence for good or ill in your life. Oh. Is that not so? You are basically an introvert, but will do whatever it takes to protect and defend your family or loved ones. So true. You tend to be a pack rat because everything has an emotional memory behind it, and you find security in all those memories. That's true too. It's very hard for me sometimes to get rid of something that has an emotional meaning, even if it has absolutely no purpose in my life. I've had to train myself to do that, to be able to do that. Nothing or no one is ever gone if they leave their memory behind. Thus, you can become quite possessive. You have the memory of an elephant, but you must learn to forgive and forget past hurts. Okay, so that is Moon in Cancer. Cancer 8 Willis. Okay, so hi Denali, we're doing moon signs. You howled at your dog and she says, hey, that's my line. Yeah, it is very near full. Very nearly. We're having, by the way, for anybody who didn't hear it last night, we're having our full moon ceremony. It will be a private stream tomorrow. I will probably have a little bit of time that will be just a public thing, and then we're going to go into our private stream, and that's where we're going to have our full moon celebration. Nice full moon ceremony with a campfire and sage and just celebrating the fact that we made it through another freaking month. And of course, okay, let me see, Pisces. Let me look at the Pisces. Pisces. And I'm sorry, John, if I ever said anything to upset you. You know, don't whack me in the head, please. No. Oh, here we go. Leo. Somebody's moon was in Leo. So I'll read Leo. If you have the moon in Leo, you're warm, generous, and loving in your affections. You bring out great devotion and loyalty in your loved ones. You want to be worshipped and adored like a king or a queen. You feel you are. Oh, I know somebody who is really way overkill on that, but we won't talk about that. You want and need a partner you can be proud of, and your own pride is very important to you. You cannot love someone you don't respect and aren't proud of. It's important to you that you feel recognized and appreciated. Your feelings get hurt when you feel ignored. You dislike emotional games and dishonesty. You are popular, generous, dignified, royal, loyal, and ambitious, and have a persevering, penetrating mind with leadership and creative ability. You dramatize the events in your life and your feelings. You can be a drama king, queen, whatever. On the negative side, you may be ego-oriented, vain, and/or ostentatious, with a tendency to wear your heart on your sleeve. And I know somebody who this fits perfectly. Now, if you have a moon in Virgo, you are sensitive, cautious, perhaps shy about showing others your feelings. Though you may love and care for someone a great deal, you rarely express those feelings openly and freely. You are perhaps more mental than emotional, at least outwardly. Very often, your love for someone will be expressed by trying to help them, doing something tangible to benefit them, or serving them in some way. It may be difficult for you to receive warmth, affection, or appreciation, for you often feel that you don't really deserve it or that they don't really mean it. You can therefore seem rather cool and aloof, much more so than you feel. At times you can be so critical of others that you drive them in their love away. You need to learn how to forgive yourself and others when you or they do not measure up to perfection. This need of yours for perfection can be quite stifling to your own happiness. You tend to be industrious, trustworthy, intuitive, reserved, practical, and down to earth, especially where emotions are concerned. Intelligence, usefulness, and fastidiousness are important themes. You have the ability to analyze people and situations and then find the quickest, most efficient method of accomplishing whatever is needed. This may make you an excellent housekeeper, nurse, manager. You must, however, watch your tendency to nitpick or to become overly fussy concerning small details. You like to serve others, but you find it difficult to understand the feelings of others. Your greatest need is to learn tolerance and to serve those around you. That's what you like to do. If you have the moon in Libra, you are kind, sympathetic, agreeable, optimistic, fair, and very fond of social pleasures. You are a considerate and thoughtful friend and have a real flair for making others feel accepted and appreciated. At the same time, you probably possess good reasoning powers and the ability to form correct judgments. There is love of art and music, with perhaps decided ability as a performer. You have a need for people and relationships. You avoid personal confrontations or any expression of intense, unpleasant behavior or emotion. You strive for peace, harmony, and perfect balance. Always balance, of course. You feel unsuited for menial physical labor, and you hate to get your hands dirty. Your desire to be liked by everyone may cause you to seek peace at any price. Thus, you can be evasive on issues due to your desire to keep the peace. You can be quite vacillating and indecisive. You are much more at odds with yourself than people would guess by looking at you from the outside. It is sometimes very difficult for you to make up your mind because you see all sides of the issue and you always want to be fair. You must learn to stand up for your principles. Okay. Who else have we got who we haven't done? Hi, Denali. A Leo with a Cancer moon. Whoa. By the way, the soundtrack that you're hearing, let me check which one I have on right now. We have some background music, which some of you have said, whoa. Which some of you have said you like to have a little background music. This is Raise the Positive Vibration, 432 Hertz healing, meditation, energy cleanse, self-healing frequency by Spirit Tribe Awakening. Okay, so now that we have proper credits, your moon is in Pisces. Yeah, well, they're either a good king or totally over the top. What do they call it? Narcissist. If they go off the beam, they get narcissistic very quickly. And actually, but otherwise, yeah. You know, as long as you let a Leo be the king or queen, sure, everything's going to be great. Just let them be the king or queen. That's what they want to be. You know, they want to be the king or queen. And then once you do that, everything's fine. And they'll go along with stuff then, as long as, you know, you let them know, oh, it's up to you. What do you think? You know, they like that. But, yeah, it's, Leos can be great. And they're really fond of their hair. It didn't mention that. Leos usually really have admirable hair. For some reason, they end up with a lion mane. And they have a tendency to be very proud of it too, often, really often. And so Leos are great and can actually be good leaders. They actually can be a worthy monarch as long as they don't go too far off, you know, don't go off the other way. So, yep. As long as you let a Leo think that they came up with the idea and it's their call, then everything's fine. You just have to work it so that it looks that way, and then they're fine. I believe you, Lee. My way or the highway. Okay. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, they can be a great king or a tyrant, one or the other. And every sign has more than one face that it presents. Um, like I said, Scorpio used to be the eagle. I think we need to keep calling it eagle now in this new age. Let us call it the eagle and get back to having it be the eagle so that you guys will be represented that way and not be pulled down into the scorpion. Now, to the Indians, I talked to somebody who was in the Wolf Clan Lodge. The way they saw it, Scorpio had actually 3 signs, 3 animals associated. One was the eagle, and one was the one that's different is having that third one. See, mostly the ones that I knew was Scorpio, Phoenix, and Eagle. Because a Scorpio that is phoenixing can be real weird for a while. They're the only sign that can go from Scorpion to Eagle, that can make the kind of transition that requires to go from a very low state to a very high state. They're the one that is noted for that. And they're also very much your best friend and your worst enemy, and sometimes both at once. You got them! You got to post a picture of you wearing them. You got them! Twinkle Toes is in the house. Twinkle Toes is in the house. Okay, so did I read Leo? Do I have to do Scorpio? Okay, I'll read Scorpio. Wait a minute. Scorpio. If you have Moon in Scorpio, you are secretive and inclined to brood in silence over the wrongs people have done, either in reality or simply in your own mind. The mental and emotional focus may be on sensual things or on sex or death. Wow. You find it difficult to trust people as you are suspicious of their inner thoughts and plans. You open yourself up to very few, as you do not find it easy to trust others. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable and to relinquish control in relationships is not easy for you. You love with passion and you hate with passion. Everything is done emotionally and with intensity. You can be very jealous and possessive in your relationships. Perhaps your mother was very controlling. You have a habit of holding on to wrongs that have been done in the past and not forgiving or forgetting, and to keep such feelings to yourself. Therefore, guilt, resentment, and vindictiveness need to be overcome. You must learn to let go or your health will suffer. Learn to express your feelings outwardly rather than repressing them within. And I would add, learn to express them responsibly outwardly. It can be difficult, but it's a lesson we must learn. You have a great deal of emotional depth. The potential for success is great when control and discipline are learned. You are magnetic, energetic, independent, aggressive, patient, and determined. Self-control of the passions is mandatory. Okay, and truly, one thing that I got to say about Scorpios is once they set their mind on something, they usually get it because they just don't quit. That is something I noticed about Scorpios. Very different from the Archer, me, Sagittarius. Virgo. Hang on, we'll get to Virgo. When you go to sit down and sit on your hair. Ow! I know how that feels. Okay, hang on. We'll get to Virgo. Did I read Pisces? I think I got to read Pisces first because it's on the way. Okay, I'm going to read Pisces. Somebody had Pisces, right? If you have the moon in Pisces, your emotions are expressed sympathetically and compassionately. You're sensitive, kind, and gentle, imaginative, shy, tender-hearted, have an innate understanding of how other people feel and react to situations. It hurts you if another is hurt because of your kindness and non-judgmental attitude. People in trouble, pain, or confusion come to you hoping to find answers. It's difficult for them to think that you may be in pain yourself. But even if you are, you will do your best to help them or teach them. You seem to sense that all the pain you have suffered is for a higher purpose, if only to teach others or help show them the way. At times, though, your soft-hearted nature is taken advantage of, and you feel the need to withdraw to regain your strength and composure. Music plays an important part in your life, and you are instinctively drawn to it. It is as a voice from your spirit's true home. It helps you express the emotions within that are sometimes so nebulous or vague that they cannot be put into words. You have a very romantic nature and can fall in love with love. Sometimes your feelings and fantasies get so carried away that you become overly emotional or sentimental, much to the dismay of those around you. You have your moody spells people do not know how to deal with. You are not afraid of difficult or hard work. You especially like to work for those less fortunate than yourself. You prefer to work behind the scenes, as you may be easily drained of energy by others. There may be some talent in art, music, or dancing. Tendencies to daydreaming may need to be controlled. Okay. Now, Virgo. Virgo. If you have the moon in Virgo, you are very sensitive, cautious, and perhaps shy about showing others your feelings. Though you may love and care for someone a great deal, you rarely express those feelings openly and freely. You are perhaps more mental than emotional, at least outwardly. Very often, your love for someone will be expressed by trying to help them, doing something tangible to benefit them, or serving them in some way. It may be difficult for you to receive warmth, affection, or appreciation, for you often feel that you don't really deserve it or that they don't really mean that. You can therefore seem rather cool and aloof, much more than you feel. At times, you can be so critical of others that you drive them and their love away. You need to learn how to forgive yourself and others when you or they do not measure up to perfection. This need of yours for perfection can be quite stifling to your own happiness. You tend to be industrious, trustworthy, intuitive, reserved, practical, and down to earth, especially where emotions are concerned. Intelligence, usefulness, and fastidiousness are important themes. You have the ability to analyze people and situations and then find the quickest, most efficient method of accomplish whatever is needed. This may make you an excellent housekeeper, nurse, and or manager. You must, however, watch your tendency to nitpick or become overly fussy concerning small details. You like to serve others but find it difficult to understand the feelings of others, and your greatest need is to learn tolerance and to serve those around you. I am so sure I already read that. But there you go again. You darn Virgos. Does anybody have one in Aries that you want me to read? I did. Yeah, you just missed Leo. It's like this. I will give you the calculator page so that you can do your own calculations if you don't want everybody to know your info. Because I know some of you are very private. Me too. I don't give just everybody my info. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I did, Pisces. The brain is extra mushy with a side of horseradish. Your moon is in Leo. Okay, yeah, I did read Leo. I'm ADD. And smoking helps? Really? You know what happens? I'll tell you. You'll be able to tell if I ever come in here high. I will nothing. I will be on a brain vacation. I go on a total brain vacation. You ask me, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't care. I'm just happy. Happy. But I don't care. I don't care about anything. It's weird. Ah. Oh, yeah, go check real quick to see if Leo is your moon sign. And if it isn't, come back and I'll read your moon sign. I'll do it again. Hi, Pam. How you doing? We're doing moon signs tonight. And the link that I sent is for you to calculate your moon sign, so you don't have to give me your info. Oh, that's really cool. Whose book did you read? Oh, really? On the same thing? That's really cool. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of synchronicity, and that means you're on the right track. When you're getting a lot of synchronicity in your life, you're on the right track. Well, Denali, you're kind of cute. Maybe moving your hands over his body would have an effect otherwise, too. Donna Eden. Oh, yeah, Donna Eden. She's a good one. Yep. Energy medicine. Your moon sign is in Cancer. We did read that. My moon sign is in Cancer. Yow. Yeah. When you have a lot of when you have an awful lot of synchronicity, that's, wow, and I'm finding this and I'm finding that, and that is a sign you're on the right track and you should keep going, doing whatever it is you're doing. Keep going. That's a sign from the universe. And when you see those repeating numbers, that's another message too. I have been seeing repeating numbers all the time. Like 3333, 5555, 4444. If I ever see 666, I'm really going to worry on a clock. That shouldn't be able to happen. Okay. Yeah, 123. That was my address for a while. I was in 123 apartment A, 1A. Russell was a 123, and the apartment was 1A. I'm like, is this starting over again? I think so. It was starting over again. There's the birthday guy. Moon is in Libra. Why do you have a bra on your moon? That's weird, Chris. You're not supposed to do that. That's not how you fill out a bra. Oh, you mean your moon is in Libra? Okay, that's different. I misheard you. I misunderheard you. You know I can do that. Yeah, you're looking even bluer than usual. You're looking actually kind of a sea blue. Yes. Yes, you're looking far more blue than usual. You're looking maybe a more what is your freaking moon sign again? That's what we were doing. Libra? Yeah, I already read that. I hate to read these things over 3 and 4 times. You're just going to have to go back and look, listen to it. I'm sorry. It's just too much. Drinking Windex helps the fur. I bet it does. I bet it does. I bet your kidneys don't like it, but the fur is probably happy about it. And those blue popsicles, they really ought to fix you right up, Chris. Whatever's in those, and the blue Tootsie Pops, just rub them all over your body. Yeah, I'm sorry. Some of you, it's like if I could be doing this all night every time somebody comes in and read there, but I will give you the link to look it up, and then you can rewind, or you can look on that page. There is a thing you can click and actually read it for yourself. What your moon sign means. So, and as Max has told us, it is also the time when the Christos starts to rise. When the sap rises, kind of. It's kind of like that, in that regard, we are kind of like trees. We have this Christos oil that rises, sort of like sap rises. And that starts when the moon is in your sign, in your sun sign. So, now that you know that, you can tell when that process is going to begin. Max, do you have anything that you can tell us about what is a good practice on the day that happens? What's the best thing to do on the day that your Christos starts to rise? How do you best deal with that? Yeah, Richard, did Richard ever tell me his? Oh yeah, your sap is rising. There he is right now. Hey, the sap is rising. Okay. Pam, did you tell me yours? Did you figure yours out? Oh yeah, I've got a what is this called? Yes, Moon Tracks. I'm using Moon Tracks. What do you do when the sun is in your sign? What's the best thing to do? Bend over, cover your head, and kiss your ass goodbye? Or should we just... no, I'm kidding. Okay. And once again, I want to do the pendulum with all you guys around when I ask these questions, because I've asked a couple times. I don't know if I'm asking the right questions, but a lot of times I get a little bit more clarity when you guys are helping me ask. Because like I said, if I'm not careful, the pendulum won't answer what I'm asking, it'll answer what I'm thinking about. Relax, meditate, don't fast. Less indulgent, indulge. What? Now, could you please put it in an understandable format? Oh, chat keeps getting licked. I see. You're having trouble with your chat, and it's coming out gobbledygook. It's a good thing I read gibberish. I speak fluent gibberish. Windex will get rid of zits. Oh, either comments but mine. Jeez. Okay. Hang on. Hang on, Max. You know what we gotta do. What we gotta do. Just come on in and tell us. There. Did I get everybody now? Did I get everybody's moon sign read? Okay, gotcha. Fasting is good. Meditation, stay happy. Okay. Get good sleep. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. I don't know. Maybe it's coming up on your, I forget what you said your, I don't remember these things too well. It's not my day to remember. Sometimes I'm sharp as a tack, and other times my mind is like a steel sieve. Yeah, Bomber finally made it in with Twinkle Toe shoes on. We can all call her Twinkle Toes. She's now Princess Twinkle Toes. Your Indian name has to be Princess Twinkle Toes Bear now. Lurk, lurk, lurk. Pam is a lurker tonight. Okay, that's okay. I lurk a lot on different things. Yeah, just drive safe and get home and then talk to us. So here's the intel. I'm going to get out my pendulum. Like I said, I got to be careful when I do. Okay, here comes Marie. I was wondering when Marie was going to come in. Okay. Well, the time the oil is in a resting state is death for 2 1/4 days. Then milk and honey and the cleansing blood are released. Hope I can remember that. I don't know. I'll try. Although I'm not entirely sure. You'll be around to remind us. I think that's the day that it's in your sun sign. It's really, if you look at these, moon is usually in your sun sign for over a day, usually a couple days. So, okay. Now, I'm going to give you some void of course times. What does it mean? It means it's void, of course. Void of course moon. Okay, let's try this one. This one looks like a good one. And you can just look up void of course dates too. There are a lot of sites that will show you that too. It's not really hard to find a site for that. Okay, let's see. This is Al H. Morrison to thank for groundbreaking work and promotion of the void of course moon information. Al spent well over 40 years of his life researching, writing, teaching astrological technique. According to Al, every couple of days there comes a time which is best used to subjective spiritual non-material concerns like prayer, yoga, play, psychotherapy, or passive experience, sleep, or meditation. This period may last a few seconds, or it may be 3 days and nights in a single session. It begins when the moon in transit makes the last aspect, major aspect, it will make before it changes from one side of the zodiac to the next. It ends when the moon enters the next sign. The name is void of course moon. You may call it silly season or vacation from normal living. Now, some of you live in this all the time, so yeah. But yeah, it's an unrealistic time. It's almost like a mini. Mercury retrograde. Decision making in such periods turns out later to be unrealistic. Creativity diverges into unplanned directions and provisions, false starts. If you buy any object, you will never use it fully during this time. It's not a good time to buy anything. Enterprises founded while the moon is void, of course, do fail after long and costly effort. Human judgment is more fallible than usual during void, of course, and this is the principal factor in all observed experience thus far. Routine proceeds readily, but often requires an adjustment later. Defects or shortages come to light. Now, this can be something to pay attention to. If there are any defects or shortages in something, it's going to come to light during a void, of course. Delay and frustration are commonly experienced. And actually, maybe if you know this, you can figure it's not a personal thing. It's just void, of course, moon. The moon is fastest moving body in astrology, spends 2.5 days in a sign. After she forms her last aspect, she's void until she enters the next sign. Visualize any endeavor done with it being stamped void, V-O-I-D, in capital bold letters. And you can grab grasp the importance of the following void of course moon. Having great aspects going on in your chart at the same time won't save you either or bring success. Success or failure can result from the moon being void or not. So the moon needs to be not void, of course, if you're starting something. Oh, moon, you're not immune from the moon. The moon rules our subconscious emotions and feelings. When she goes void, it's experienced on a mass global level. People are not tuned in to reality 100%. Often they are prone to be detached from reality, spacey, and feeling unanchored. Some don'ts, things you should avoid. Don't submit your resume for a new job either by email or snail mail. Don't be interviewed for a new job or do a business presentation. Don't start a new job. Don't hold company meetings. Don't make purchases. Don't negotiate prices, test drive a vehicle, or drive it for the first time. Don't make an investment or open a new bank account. Don't call on clients. Don't start legal proceedings against someone. Don't go on a first date. Don't get engaged or married. Don't have elective surgery. Don't open a business. Don't host a party or social affair. And don't gamble or start a trip to a gaming facility. Oh boy. Now here's some things you can do. Prayer and meditation, sleep and dream, non-material matters. Let someone start proceedings against you. Because if someone is starting proceedings against you during a void of course moon, you know they're going to get all screwed up. That's a good one. End a relationship or get divorced. It's fucked up anyway. Close doors to end a business. Yes, to end a business. To achieve greater success in all your endeavors, please consider using this beneficial tool in timing things in your life. The advantages of knowing when moon is void of course or not will help you on the road to realization of your dreams. And you can get you can actually get, I used to get a calendar that had all kinds of astrology stuff on it, and that was one of the things it had. Oh, there you are, Max.
Oh,
Hi, I'm
okay.
sorry. I was busy reading. I didn't see you. How you doing, Linda?
Am I on? I can't tell. I'm over in YouTube. Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. You're on.
Oh, okay. Hi. How you doing, guys? I'll come over and take a look at
I'm
you.
groovy. How are the rest of you? Y'all look groovy too? I know
Doing
you.
good.
Y'all look groovy. Okay.
Okay, so I wanted to tell you about the Christ story. So it mirrors the Christ story, it mirrors Krishna story, it mirrors the Odin story, mirrors the sky, but there's a physiological story too. What it is when Mary and Joseph meet and come together in union. That's the left and the right brain. In the midbrain, there's a conception in the midbrain, and that travels down to the pineal and pituitary gland. They, in concert with the pineal gland, start the process of releasing oil into your body. Now, the secret secretion, they call it, takes 28 days to go down your body and back up. So it's a 14-day cycle down and a 14-day cycle up, and then there's a 2.25 or 2.5 day period when the moon is in your sun sign that the oil is called, it's in death or resting, or in the tree, or on the cross, or in the cave, and the optic thalamus, it rests in the optic thalamus for 2.5 days. That actually looks like a tree or a cave. But they call it the crossing because it crosses the vagus nerve. into the optic thalamus. And
Yeah,
after
that vagus nerve.
that vagus nerve. But after the 2.5 days, the oil is released to the pineal gland, where you produce DMT, melatonin, piezo-chromatophores, piezoelectric particles. Yeah.
You're trailing off a little bit, John. Can you get a little closer to your mic?
Sorry. Yeah, you get a healing in your blood. You get piezoelectric and piezochromatic, and piezoluminescent particles released into
Piezoelectric? When does this happen?
after
Oh,
the
you're
2.5
fading out
days.
again. 2.5 days, during that 2.5 days.
After that.
Right after that 2.5 days. Okay.
And the process begins again at that time as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then
And
it goes through all the cells, right?
Yes, those particles in your pineal gland, when they bump together, they create light. So when you're in meditation and you're seeing those lights, or when we're doing remote viewing, those are the particles you're seeing. Because the pineal gland is almost like an eye. It has very similar structures to the eye.
That's why they call it a third eye.
Yep. Lizards have one called the parietal eye. It's actually sensing. It's for sensing light, but it's exposed through the top of the skull.
Yes. And actually, it is said that ours faces upward as well.
Yes.
And although you can bring it to face, you can move it to where it faces front. And ours also reacts to light. So.
Yeah. Sunlight, especially. You have 2 holes in the back of your eyes that let sunlight in to your brain.
Earl Grey green tea.
Well, that's all I had on that.
Okay.
Just wanted to get that out to you guys.
Interesting. Because I'm still trying to wrap my head around that stuff. I don't know all this stuff either. I know just enough astrology.
What I do is I follow the chakra system. I follow the chakra system down for 2-day cycles. For the 28 days, okay, of the Christos, I follow the chakra system down in 2-day cycles and back up in 2-day cycles.
Oh, in 2-day cycles. So basically, 2 days later, it'll be in the one down.
Yeah, what it does is
and then back up.
It's almost, it's close to the zodiac, but it's 14. It's 14 2-day cycles.
14 2-day cycles. Okay. I'm getting some.
I guess my mic is pretty well.
Some echo.
Oh, okay. I might have. Nope. Thought I had.
Yes, Circle K. There is spinal fluid that affects our brain with moon cycles. And Circle K says, I'm actually finding this thought comforting. It might help explain some things, experiences and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. These things are not personal. It helps us to understand not to take these things personally. See, too often we take these things personally. And we say, what's wrong with me? Well, maybe there's nothing wrong with you. There might not be anything wrong with you at all. You might be fine. It might just be something that's in your cycle. You know, you might be just in a particular time of the cycle. So, yes, it's good to know this stuff. Because honestly, I know people that just go to pieces when things happen. They don't understand. It's just you're going to have up days, you're going to have down days, you're going to have in the middle days. This just helps you know when those days are going to come. It helps. Does John know about chakras? A lime
Yes, he
green yellow
does.
chakra. Yeah, he does know about chakras. John, everybody's saying turn your volume on your YouTube down. They're all getting echoes. Yes, Princess Twinkletoes Bear. How about Twinkletoes Storm Dancer? Princess Twinkletoes Storm Dancer. I'm sorry, I'm calling you Twinkletoes now. It's too late. It's just too freaking late. It's too late. Now you told me you got your shoes. Now you're going to be Twinkletoes. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Well, let's see if we can get John to come back in and fix his YouTube, fix the volume thing, and come in and explain some chakra stuff. Yeah, Storm Dancer is a good. Yeah, that's a good one. The Negotiator. Yes. But you're still going to be Twinkletoes to me. Twinkletoes Storm Dancer. He's fine. He was on, was it last night? He's okay. Or at least he didn't mention being ill. Pappy's okay, I think. Hope he does wander in tonight. That would be nice. Yeah, that would be interesting to hear about. Denali, when are we going to get you in here again? We got to get some of you in here. Quit holding out on me. I don't like it. You know you're interesting. Quit trying to hide it. You're interesting people. You are. Yes, he is gifted. He really is. Technology is not being your friend today, huh? I have days like that too. I was having a little trouble today too with it. We're still in shadow of Mercury retrograde though, so we can blame it all on that. Oh, well, maybe that's what happened. He was over on Sawdust Beast and didn't get the note about this. But yeah, he was here last night, so he was okay. He seemed okay last night. Didn't mention anything, strange going on. So, yeah. Could be. gifted in your way, though. Yes, he is very gifted. There's no doubt about that. I knew that from jump. I knew that the minute he came on. And Pappy Two Bears is gifted. But then again, so are you. As a matter of fact, you're all gifted that I can tell. You all have something about you that is different than most of the populace. Or you wouldn't be here. This wouldn't appeal to you. Yeah, Mercury's already gone direct, but we're in the shadow. And we'll be in the shadow. It'll trail off in about a week or so. She's trying to muster the energy to. Okay. Yeah, you guys, as far as I can tell, you all have your different gifts. Oh, you and your brother have Cherokee names on your birth certificates. Cool. Yeah, I would say that the reason you're here listening to this kind of a program, and specifically, that was my mom. My mom always said specifically. Hi, Mom. Bear runs with lightning. Well, Chris, that's a lot better than bear runs with scissors. Or running bear with scissors. That could be very dangerous. Bear runs with lightning is a nice one. Yes, we're better hanging out together. We understand us better. Let's face it. Most people are not going to understand us, but we understand us, kind of. Even if not entirely, we kind of do, you know. It's one of those things. You need people with that kind of understanding. Yeah, runs with lightning is cool. Twinkle toes. Well, I'm sure it'll show up, Denali, when you least expect it. Oh, I do too, Chris. I love storms and lightning. In fact, some of my friends used to call me Storm. Yeah, like Jane Grey. Because when I walk outside and start connecting, the wind picks up. It does. It always does. When I put my wings out and I start a ceremony, the wind picks up. It starts kicking up. Mm-hmm. So, you know, Ocean was really what my fans named me. So I just have used that with great success. But the thing is it does pull out my Cancer moon quite a bit. In fact, I like to go out in storms too. Do we all have something in common? I like to go out in storms, and I'm not afraid of lightning. And it likes me. Lightning kind of likes me. If I'm standing there watching for it to put on a show, it'll put on a heck of a show. I mean, me and my friend watched it go around and around and around in the sky one time, but it won't hurt me. I believe you, Chris. And if you work on it, you can probably get it to slow down and stop as well. I knew people who could do that. I've known people who could do all these things. You know, really, it's not out of your grasp, folks. This is not impossible. This is, people act like I have let the storm go. I could change it. But I've been told that the storm is happening for a reason. And it must happen the way it is. So I let the storm happen. Storms are for cleaning and clearing. Mother Nature sweeps with a very big broom. That's what a storm is. And then, after the storm come the negative ions, and actually lightning is cleansing. During a storm, the top of the water becomes hydrogen peroxide. It's literally cleaning things. It's nature's way of cleaning. So, well, something just popped up on my computer. Hey Drake, I used to have it. I remember driving through a storm one time, and it was arcing from pole to pole over my car. Literally, it was arcing from pole to pole. A bunch of steel light poles down the way on one side, and you know how they do that? And it was just arcing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth over my car. It was really fun to watch. And I knew if I'd had a passenger that day, they would be terrified. But I was enjoying the show. Yeah, it doesn't scare me. No, Bomber, it's not a joke. Controlling storms is something we do. We can do. Yes, I've mentioned it before. And yes, what do I tell you? You are divine. You are divine. Hello, you're divine. You can do things like that. You can do all kinds of things you don't know you can do. Yes, I love sitting out. I feel very refreshed. Feel very refreshed. Yes, grandmother Londa, grandmother Jane. She did the deer dance to bring the rain always. Oh, you taking off, Max? Well, thanks for coming by. Thanks for the info. Those little peeping Tom birds. I don't know. My mother had that. My mother had birds that she always had birds around her. She had birds that would watch her through the window and stuff. My mom had that. So maybe not. Hmm. Cool. You know, Lori Cabot said she wanted to teach her child that yes, witches can control the weather. And in the middle of a sunny day, in the middle of summer, they decided it was going to snow, and it snowed. It's 100% possible. And Mother Earth has told me, if you only would learn to use the systems that I have already in place, your lives would be happy and abundant. You could do anything. It's true. Please believe it. I know, it's hard to believe, kind of. We're taught to believe we're very limited and small and can't do that kind of thing. I'm here to tell you that's absolutely another lie that you're being told. It's a complete lie. And I almost think that's also why the weather affects me so much. I'm so connected to it. I'm so connected to the weather that it affects me. Yeah, we do. We do, Linda. We fight what's right in front of us. It's obvious. Yeah, that's another thing. Things like, I'll say, please don't rain until I get home. You know, I'll be on the bus and please don't rain until I get home. I don't want to be all wet. It's like, okay. So it pauses, and then just as I get off the bus and I'm walking, on the sidewalk, you feel drop, drop, drop. And then by the time I get in the building, yes, it is raining. And then my friend Paul, he said he was working on his house siding, I think. No, he was staining his deck. And he heard the thunder beings in the distance, the thunder beings, associated with rain as well. And he asked them to please hold off until he was done with the deck. And they did. The minute that he was done and packed up his stuff and took it off, it started raining. The minute. Yeah. Yep. We're always fighting with it because we've been gaslighted. What do I keep saying? We've been gaslighted. Yep. It's what I've been trying to teach you all this time. I have to remind myself. I have to remind myself, you are not this tiny, small, helpless person. You are divine. You are divine. And as such, now I'm going to go into some of the possible intel. And I put it that way because, as I told you, I have to check it a few times before I'm 100% certain of all this. Yep, we've all been gaslighted. That's exactly what it is. Let's face it. What have we been told all our lives? Our perceptions aren't real. What we perceive is false. And when we know it's just exactly the opposite, we know that everything we've been told is false and unreal. You know, like 90% of everything we've ever been told has been a lie. We find that out every day. Why do we still trust this authority to be right? You can't. There is no good reason why we should trust authorities as they stand now. That may be a very, remember, this is all in game chatter, right? You can't trust the authorities in this game. Okay. Well, I suppose if we're creative, why not? We know how people have been gaslighted. Knowing that might lead us to better understand how to deal with them. Knowing that they have been gaslighted, can we really expect them to understand things? No. So don't expect it. Be happily surprised when they do, and supportive. But did you see my message on MeWe? No, I didn't. Chris, you think your dragon left you? Why do you think so? Well, I don't think your dragon's ever going to leave you. Why would your dragon leave you? Might just be asleep or hibernating a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I'm doing the same thing, Bomber. I've been doing the same thing for a while. It could just be... Well, you just had a birthday, though, Chris. Birthdays are hard times, really. The reason they give you a party around your birthday is you're becoming full cycle. You're coming full cycle. It's not usually a great day for anybody. That's why we throw you a party and stuff and say happy birthday and try to cheer you up, because usually it sucks. My birthday sucks most of the time, you know. So it's generally not your best day. Although occasionally it changes, but you know, it's just you've come full cycle in a year. You know, what does that mean? I've been pretty much getting rid of, Heather, when she came over, she said, everything you own is beautiful. And I said, that's because, and she said, and everything, it really goes with you. And I said, that's because I'm getting rid of everything that's not beautiful and not like me. Everything that I really don't care for, everything that really doesn't fit here, everything that really doesn't look like it belongs here, all of that stuff, I am just getting it out of here. Yeah, and that goes for people too. There are people that I have just phased out of my life. Sometimes they call and I don't call them back. Sorry. They message me. That doesn't always mean that's happening if I don't message you or don't call you. Because sometimes I'm just a freaking airhead, okay? You know, I have to work at being organized. I really want to be organized. I really love being organized. I really have to work at it, though. It's not just a simple thing for me. I have to work at it, you know. Mask Madness Town, oh, geez. Mm-hmm. That's right. To heck with presents, I want gifts. Well, the present is a gift. The present is a gift. That's why they call it a present. Yeah. Well, you know, some of the native cultures, instead of getting gifts, you'd be giving gifts. You would be giving away stuff that doesn't fit you anymore to somebody else who can use it. It was a giveaway time. So I've started to do that. Now on my birthday, as well as receiving gifts, I look around at what I've got that doesn't really fit me anymore. And, you know, whether mentally or emotionally or physically or whatever, and find somebody who it fits better, who can love it. Because if you don't love it anymore, why do you have it? So give it to somebody else who can love it. Let somebody else love it. I see only 4 people. It's telling me that there's only 4 of you here. I know that's bullshit. There's more than 4 of you here. Cool. Oh, that's great, Denali. You feel like you've defiled yourself. I wear gaiters. They usually don't get on my case. I haven't worn a mask once yet. I wear gaiters and just pull them up, pull them back down again. Ah, steak. My favorite is steak over salad. Mm. Steak over salad. That's right. 8 is infinity. There goes my upstairs neighbor with the bowling balls again. I don't know if you heard that. My favorite salad is steak. I've stopped having steak and potatoes. For some reason, I just am not into steak and potatoes anymore. These days, it's a steak over salad, which is probably healthier. It's way more keto friendly. Well, hey, Denali, I might try that. But what you did is you created a thought form. Just be careful it doesn't get away from you. Thought forms can get away from you, just fair warning. Keep an eye on it. But that's a thought form. My favorite steak is steak. Yeah, I can eat a steak any time of day. I'll eat it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or snack. I don't care. I'm not a vegetarian, and I'm not a vegan. I mean vegan. I mean vogan. I mean vegan. 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 There's some vegans who now are going to hate on me. Maybe I don't know. I tease my vegan friends like that all the time. Oh, really, Chris? What are you going in for? Yeah, surgery for what? We'll see what we can do about it if you'd like. Oh, you have a wound on your foot? How come I haven't heard about this? Wait a minute. Is it one of those diabetic type things? Because that's dangerous. Ooh. You've had a wound on your foot since '88? And it's never healed? Well, I think I would have done something about it long before now. Mary Bond, she's a vegetarian. Mary Bond, not yet an octogenarian. Yeah, we need to find out why it's doing that. Yeah, what if it's an allergy? It could be an allergy. And if it's an allergy, it'll never go away entirely until you get rid of the allergen. So they've tried to fix it for it 3 other times. I think a lot of Chris's issues have emotional side to them. I really do. I'm not saying that behind your back. I'm saying it to your face, Chris. A lot of your issues that you have, there it's an emotional thing. Oh, really? Well, tomorrow, Friday, is our full moon. And, oh, Denali. Well, then that's a soul retrieval issue. We do soul retrievals here. That's a soul retrieval issue. But wait a minute. Denali, didn't your mother talk to his mother? Yeah, you had your mother talking to his mother. Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah, that's a soul retrieval thing. Sounds like he needs some soul retrieval work, which can be done remotely. Well, one of the reasons that I have quit doing them on the spur of the moment is because what's been happening to us doing them on the spur of the moment. Now, I have planned ceremonies so that we can muster up our strength and do it on a weekend so we can rest up a little bit, because a lot of us need recharge time once we do these things. So, okay, so we'll do it tomorrow, I guess. That's one of the things on the agenda for tomorrow. And then what Ken was talking about, maybe we can help him too. So that'd be the time to bring up stuff like that. Where's Etri? Speaking of that, where's Etri? Okay, Bommy. See you around the corral. See you around the fire tomorrow, hopefully, everybody. I never got to tell you the intel. You'll have to. We'll have to have you do the replay. Yeah, whenever we see them next. Night Bomber. Night. Circle K, I think we kind of figured that out about you. That you can be kind of weird. Good! That means you fit in. Just means you fit in. Love you, Bommy. Dream well. I'm looking forward to it too. Yes, I'm having it on a specific day, pre-designated day, so we can all prepare. And we're not caught off guard doing anything, okay? So we'll work on it tomorrow. We'll work on some of this stuff tomorrow. That's when it comes. Yeah, and cold nights. I'm getting rid of some of my aches and pains, it seems, thank God. Finally, some of my aches and pains are leaving me. Let's hope it's forever. Yeah, Bomber is going to go over to SOR or something. Yeah, which probably I will later too for a little while, but then I'm going to get some sleep. Yeah, I'll probably go to SOR a little bit. Okay, I was going to use my pendulum to tell you something, but maybe not now. I don't know if it's a good time then. Maybe not. Some stuff has come up. Oh, I'll just give you a little foreshadowing of when I finally do tell you about it, like how many of you have heard of the bifurcation of the Earth? Well, there's been this theory in the metaphysical community for a long time that Earth is ascending, but actually, and this could actually go along with the two presidents. And there's other things too. That there's going to be a split. Not everybody's decided to go with Earth to ascension. Some people are staying behind. Therefore, some of us are going to Earth, are already on the way to Earth 2.0. Actually, what the path that we're on right now is 0.21 to 1. Two 2.021, I guess. So, in other words, we're on a different version of Earth. This has been coming to me a lot. That's why and it's called a bifurcation, which means we're splitting. It's going our separate ways. So there's going to be old Earth and new Earth. We're on the path to new Earth. So it's like an upgrade. Some people are staying on the old matrix system. Not going to be pleasant, but that's what they've chosen to do. But we, by being here, you have obviously chosen the upgrade. Yes. Yes, this is dimensional stuff, fifth dimensional stuff. So since you have chosen the upgrade, and this is the way I was asking, I was, because people have mentioned this over and over. Are we really even on the same planet? That we grew up on. And guess what? My pendulum said, no, we're not. I said, wait a minute. So, first of all, the other thing I've been getting a lot lately is that we're actually on a ship. Now, this could mean a lot of things. And I'm not sure exactly. Does it mean that out of the matrix, where our true selves are on the ship? On a ship. Could be. Right. We're not on the same planet that we started out on. Then I asked, did this shift right around 2012? Yes, it did. That's when it really, there was a choice to be made. And that's when you made your choice. And the 9/11 was kind of the boom start of this choice-making time. You make your final choices of where you're going. Are you going the above path or the below path, or where? Because there are even some native prophecies about the below path and the above path, and people who are not, whose heads are not attached to their body, and so on and so forth. We're not quite on the same version of Earth. It's not that we're not on the Earth. It's we're not on the same version of Earth. We're on Earth 2.0. So, totally different. Yes, and we are literally splitting away, splitting off from people who have made the opposite decision. Once again, did you pick red or blue path? Red or blue pill? What did you do? I just thought of this. That even goes in politics, kind of, doesn't it? Now think of this. When I got the message that we were having two different presidents, two different leaders, I thought, whoa, that's weird. But it would make sense, wouldn't it? It would make sense that we'd be seeing the signs of this in our outer, like our matrix lives. I'm going to call it in our 3D lives. We would be seeing reflections of this, wouldn't we? Yes. 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 And we'll be seeing more of that. Will there be two United States? Probably. We might see a lot of things like that are just two separate versions. And it's good to know that as long as you stay with the one you want to be on, you're going to be fine. Don't get on the other one, okay? Don't get on that other version. Don't go back to the old version. Let the old version just fade away. they'll be back and forth for a while. It'll be like, for a while, there'll be a transitional time. Hey, Vinny, we're doing moon signs. Dead presidents are better than live ones. They spend easier, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's getting these decisions. What are you leaving? What are you going to leave behind? What are you going to keep? I think that's what we're going through now, is we're leaving behind all the crap that we don't want to take with us into the next world, into this next version. And that's great. And just let it go, and let the people go too. You got to. And yes, everybody is getting faced with it. Everybody is getting faced with it. Make a decision. Where are you going? I'm leaving all the crap behind. That's why we've been doing what we've been doing. We've been, like I said, I'm getting rid of everything that isn't really harmonious. Goodbye. And things are going to shift. And yet I have a beautiful, beautiful things, many beautiful things. But guess what? If time comes and it's time to go to a better place, I will just pick myself right up and go. I don't care. It's nice to have while I'm here in this sort of a reality, but in another reality, won't need it. But the heck with it. I don't care. Yeah. I know, Denali, I really like tools too. And people keep taking mine away. I mean, they took my dad's tools away. And then my mother's second husband and I kind of inherited them. And then they took those away too. And then took my tools away. I bought some of my own. People stole those too. It was really crap. Anyway, I love my tools. I know. Yeah, drill presses are nice. I'm sure the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction had something to do with it. That was another pop-apart point, I think. Because you see, when cells divide, they start out the same, but then they kind of go through this thing where when they get to about here, there's what they call a perforation point, where they start to perforate. And that happens just before they pop apart and become two separate things. So we're here. Kind of looks like a, what does it look like? Okay. So anyway, I just answered that question, and I don't know if anybody was paying attention, but you can always see it in the replay if you didn't hear it. We're all into tools. Isn't that interesting? We all like our tools. You know, see, this is why I don't hang with other women too much. I am not that kind of a girl that I'm into getting a tan and makeup and Oh, I need another. It's like I'm not that kind of a girl. I'm not in too much into the. I like. It's fun to play with, changing my look, but I'm not that kind of girl. All of this so-called girly stuff, I'm really not into it. No, they don't make them like they used to. Tools used to be a lot better. Yeah, seals breaking. It is. It is seals breaking. Yeah, I always said that too. And, my parents asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I would say an erector set, Legos, something like that. They wouldn't let me have it. A microscope set, science set. They wouldn't let me have that stuff. Yeah, I'm not one of those girls that likes all of this freaking girly stuff to do. I don't sit around watching girly movies. I I don't do a lot of girly things. It just doesn't interest me. On the other hand, I'm not into sports either, but I am into tools. I love tools. That's fun. Yeah, I'm trying to make a place in my house. That's why you hear me, I'm working on the place, trying to figure out how to get my work area established so that I can start working on things again. Thing is, I have no garage. I haven't had a garage in 25 years. Wait a minute. No, that's not quite right. About 20 years. I haven't had a garage in 20 years. In fact, the band tool is pretty cool too. I kind of like their music too. Well, Chris, now you know how to get all the girls to love you. Be a tool. Wait a minute. That's not right. That can't be right. Yeah, we all love tools. Doggone it, is that why we can't find a good man? A telescope, a microscope, that kind of thing. Oh, you know what got to? I got myself a tape recorder back in the old days. I got myself a tape recorder. Yep. And a record player, that kind of thing. I didn't want dolls. My mother kept wanting to give me dolls. Who cares? Help! Help me, somebody. Help me, somebody. Help. Help. Yeah, a telescope would be nice. Okay. So, further, I said, so. This was really weird. Thought I'd ask the big one that people talk about. Are we on a spherical planet? It's spun. Like I didn't ask quite the right question. How can that not be the right question? Then I said, are we on a ship? Yes, we're on a ship. Are we on a planet? Yes, we're on a planet. Wait a minute. How can we be on a ship and a planet? And so I thought about it. Has anybody got the answer yet? Well, I'll give you a minute just in case you didn't even hear me ramble about that. I don't think anybody heard it yet. You might not hear it until the replay. Yep, you missed something. Hey, so? Oi. It's okay. I can wait. What? Huh? Linda was awake. Linda was actually paying attention. Amazing. Hi, Kira. Nice to see you here. Welcome. If this is your first time, and I know it is. Linda got it. Linda got it. Linda gets the prize. And Kira, it is nice. Denali has said many nice things about you. I know you do, Linda. It's one of your gifts. Linda wins the prize. Welcome to the family. You've already been vetted by Denali, so you must be okay. Welcome to the family. Well, Vinny, here's the funny thing. It's true. I asked that too. I asked that too. Except we're not where we think we are. We're not on what we think we're on. In a regard, it would be both true and false at the same time to say that. It would be true and false. Well, see, this is it. It's like we're in a freaking matrix. It can be anything. It could look like anything. I said this before. We could be living on a rainbow shitting unicorn, for all we know. We could be, but as far as I can tell, yes, I do. It's a big black dragon sitting on a pile of gold, I guess, with purple horns and purple trim. Right, there is. But once again, Vinny, what did I just say? Oh, you weren't here for that. Or were you? We're at the pop apart point. There's two Earths. There's two versions. We're on the 2.0 version. It's different. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the chair fabric is actually a blankie. It's one of my favorite blankies. It reminds me of my era. Hey, Rehomer. Well, thank you. You know, a dear friend sent it to me. Yeah. What all signs point to is we're in a matrix. What I'm trying to tell you is we're in version 2.0. For a little while, we're going to be running the other one side by side. But eventually, we're going to be in 2.0. And the other version is we're not going to be seeing it anymore. It's going to start to disappear. And it already is, if you think about it. The old version is starting to go. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. There you are, Lucid. Oh, you got it from the Rehomer. It's a beautiful hat. I do crochet too, so I can really appreciate that. I can really appreciate it. I really, every time, I've been wearing this ever since. Yep, purple fire sign dragon. It's cool. Actually, whether you're on a better or worse version kind of depends on your state of mind. Which one did you choose? The red pill or the blue pill, or you know, which pill did you choose? Like we were talking about that. No, Rod, I think what you're seeing, I think what we're seeing is the kind of commotion that a cell goes through before it divides. And I don't think that this so-called new normal is going to be our new normal forever. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to stay like this. I got a very strong feeling there's going to be some changes. But for right now, there's two realities. Make sure that your head is in the right one. Right. Yes. And we will see that part too. We will see. But think of it this way. I want you to really think about this. Is it all happening exactly to you? Or is it all happening around you? It's not exactly happening to you, is it? It's happening around you. We're just walking through it. See? Right. There you go. Yeah, come undone. Oh, yeah, I got dragons all over the place. I'll have to show you my dragon collection someday. I have a dragon collection. I even made some of them. I just made a dragon recently. Yeah, I'll have to bake it and show it to you. I'm going to be making little dragons. Most of us are dragon people. That's another thing we've got in common. Most of us love dragons. Yeah, different densities. There's several ways you could be looking at it. You could be looking at it as densities. You can be looking at it as versions. You can be looking at it as completely physical different place. Sometimes it sure seems like it, but think on this. The Mandela effects. Wouldn't it explain the Mandela effects? If this is all code, it would be very easy to change a few things here and there, and everything's different. Ooh, that's neat. You made stone dragons. I want to see them. I want to see pictures. Why don't you come into MeWe and show us some pictures of the stuff you make? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Circle K. It's always been that way. And yet, it was never that way before. You dropped some code in, and all of a sudden, it was always that way. You coded a little bit differently, and a wolf lies down with a lamb instead of a lion. Mm-hmm. I'm going to let that sink in a little bit. Wouldn't that explain every single Mandela effect? Somebody changed a little bit of code. We're living in a different version. The old version's a different version than the one we're living in. Now we're living in this version. We're living in 2.0. Actually, we're living in 2.0.21. Oh, cool. You can leave us a link somewhere. No, that's right. If you're not a mod, you can't leave a link, but yeah. Page, Stone Dogs and Dragons. Okay. Yeah, we have Cookie there. Cookies. Mandela affects you bad? Mm-hmm. I've been Mandela affected for 30 some odd years, ever since I died. I think if splits are happening right now, they're supposed to be. That may be one of the most comforting things I can tell you. As far as I can see, whatever splits are happening right now, they're meant to be. They have to be. But realize that something better is in the making. Oh, your stone cat fence has 70 cats. That's cool, Jake. It's really cool. 79. Cool, Jake. I'd love to see that. Yeah, if splitting officer, it's normal. It's going to happen. It's going to be happening for a while. And for a while, as I can understand it, we're going to be seeing both realities play out. So it's going to look really bad. But if you'll notice, the rioters weren't on your door step, were they? No. The fires didn't burn your home. Etc., etc., etc. They went around you. You were around and they circled around you. But they didn't really hit you, did they? Yeah, dreams on ships. A lot of us have been having dreams and feelings that we're on a ship. So, Kira, you're right in line there. A lot of us been feeling that. Who is connected? You two. Yeah, Vinny, I think so too. Because this is why. A lot of people have noticed this. And it's a weird thing. Whoa, that was weird, wasn't it? Just as I was about to say that. What I was going to say, Vinny, is that you may be right, because a lot of people have noticed that it seems to want us to notice. It seems like this Mandela effect, whatever's happening, wants us to notice it. Hey, guess what? Hey. Now, say somebody was in the Matrix. They thought they were in reality. How would you get their attention? Let's see who gets this one. What would be a way you could get their attention? Say you sent people to tell them. That didn't work for everybody, though. They ignored it. Say you sent messages in books and plays and stuff. They're still not quite getting it. Okay, So what do you do next to get their attention? Yeah, well, you know what? We had all that. Yes. Vinny, I think you are right. I have come to the same observation. It's being done on purpose. Changes. First, small ones. Anybody paying attention? Yeah, a few of us are paying attention. Then they're getting to be bigger ones. Now a lot more people are paying attention. Whoa, wait a minute. Now the big book that everybody talks about being so unchangeable changes. Passages out of the Bible changing. Whoa. Now you got some people's attention. But of course, they're going to ascribe it all to something evil because that's what they're used to, ascribing it to. No. Exactly, Circle K. I think that's exactly what it's got to do with. 2.0 is different, and they're making it some things different on purpose so that we notice that they're different and we remember we're in a freaking matrix. We're not in reality. Not yet. We're still in the matrix. But that's okay. We're on our way out. Yeah, people who are alive, then they're not alive, then they're alive again. I'll tell you one that really got me was the Ed McMahon one. Never being hired by Publishers Clearinghouse. What? I grew up with that all my life. Ed McMahon was a spokesperson for Publishers Clearinghouse. Now they're saying it never happened. Lion and the Lamb. Come on. No, it's a wolf and the lamb now. Come on. Yeah, it's like it's saying, you get it? Yeah, personal people have changed too. Well, heart chakra is usually thought of as being pink and green, but yellow is the next one down. That's the solar plex. So it could be some kind of a connection where connecting the heart to the personal power. Have you thought of that yet? Usually the high heart is like a magenta color, seen as a magenta color. The heart is seen as green, and right under that is the solar plexus. And I have seen people who have their colors in a little bit different places. So it sounds like his solar plexus is coming up by his heart for some reason. He doesn't have the hands to kill me in my sleep like he claims. Who claims to do that? What the heck is going on here? My hair is 3 different colors depending on the lighting. Who would think that you would be able to change birth signs? But now I'm an Ophiuchus. I was a Sagittarius. But now if we insert that New Age sign, I'm really an Ophiuchus. Huh? Yeah, it should be bright green. Yeah, weakened energy or changing mood. I would think that too. Or because if it's yellow, like I said, solar plexus is usually yellow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's ways to repair all that. They can be repaired, they can be recharged, they can be realigned. Well, I guess that means he's making up for it in a way. I guess he cannot kill, he cannot do that kind of harm in this life, so maybe. Or maybe clogged or just not spinning quite right, or maybe not aligned, Vinny. Usually they're not exactly broken, they're just maybe not aligned or not spinning quite right. Okay, that's what I was thinking, Denali. He can't really do harm in this life. This is it. Maybe that's what's going on. Okay, people, you think your chakras may be out of alignment? First, let's get them aligned. Now, you won't know how you're doing this, but it's okay. It'll happen anyway. Pay attention for just a second and just push your chakras all the way back to your spine. Just think of them moving all the way back to your spine. Guess what? You just aligned your chakras vertically. Okay. Yes. Yeah, it sounds to me like he wanted to make sure he couldn't do anything like that in this life. Yeah. So those of you who took those instructions should feel a little better now. You're welcome. There's other things you can do too to get them aligned in other ways. You can also imagine them. You know how when you're stacking things, you can kind of just in your imagination, and it's funny if you do this, you might see where they're misaligned. You just push them back in to where they're aligned sideways too. And then guess what? You're beginning to see in that regard, because what have I said a million times? One of our greatest gifts is our imagination, our ability to see things in our mind. Why? Because that's how you get things done in magic. You see it in your mind first. You conceptualize it in your mind with your imagination. It's the same thing. You're talking about tools. Your imagination is the heaviest duty, heavy power tool. Another one is your emotions. Your emotions also drive those power tools. Oh, yes. You can use your emotion like tools too to give you the energy to do things. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jake is very creative chatter. Jake chats very creatively. You have to kind of translate it sometimes, but it's cool. Yes, the butterfly, and you know what? That's another thing. The symbol of the butterfly is very pervasive among us. He wanted to make sure he didn't miss the 2.0 pop apart point this time. Everybody who isn't coming on the 2.0 trip, everybody who isn't moving to the new version is going to be stuck in the old version. The old version is not going to be pretty. It's old and worn out, and it's kind of, things are just not going to work right. That's why you're seeing things falling apart. You're still seeing the old version. The old version is falling apart. Mm-hmm. Yeah, now we're in the 2.1 version. And we're going to keep upgrading until we upgrade right out of this more squalid version. So keep the energy up. Stick with the ascending earth. Stick with the ascending platform, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's going to be pretty much a hell. What's coming to the old version, Earth, is not going to be pretty. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be exciting, though. But I have been told every single time I checked, we are not in danger. me and my crew are not in danger. We're going to be okay. We're going to rise above it. As long as you keep your mind on that, we're rising above that. We'll be leaving it behind. And yes, unfortunately, it's not going to be very nice what we're leaving. And it's going to look like, it's going to maybe even look like that to them, like some version of Left Behind, right? But to us, it's just going to be a nicer place. We're just going to say, hey, everything's a lot nicer here. Yeah. Yeah. Hologram City. Yeah, it's too bad they're going to be, but see, we choose these things. You chose to move along with the earth as she ascends, as we're ascending. And so, and actually, it seems like our whole platform is actually on a ship. Now, is Earth herself a sphere? Yes, but she's also a ship. As far as I can tell, Earth is also a ship. Now, here's an interesting thing to think of. We have been told, and my memory also agrees with this, that their ships are alive, that all of our ships are alive, that in reality, our ships are all living ships. We create them and drive them with our consciousness. So Earth is a living consciousness and also a ship. See? And we're passengers on that. It's kind of hard to, the mouth is like trying to wrap around it, the head's trying to wrap around it, everything's trying to wrap around that concept, but yeah, you'll get it. And me, the ocean swagger. Thank you. Anyone who holds a higher vibration of love and kindness. Snowpiercer. I pilot this ship. I'm the captain of this ship. Of this particular woo ship. We call this our ship of woo. Our woo ship. Yeah. So, yeah. So this is our woo. And this is our woo, and we're ready to share it with you. Yeah. We will see once again the time. It's like the show is even, the technology is even trying to teach us something here, right? She's the social director, that's right. Good night. You gotta go? Okay, Kira. Nice to see you and welcome aboard. You have a home here now. And a place in our family. And a place by the campfire. Don't forget to subscribe because we got something coming up tomorrow that'll be only for subscribers. It'll be private. Mm-hmm. Night, Kira, and dream well. We've already seen what the past was like, and we already know. Now we're going to the future. It's going to be different, and that's a good thing. Yep. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to be doing some special magic tomorrow. I don't know exactly what it's going to be like yet, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. I'm sure we'll have some fun. Probably right around the same time, 8:30, something in there. We'll have some fun. And yeah. Oh, he's talking aliens again. I want to go see that. Yeah, it's time to go see SOR. And for those of you who don't know, Spaced Out Radio, but I think you all know by now. Yeah. They've been talking aliens a couple nights. I like alien stuff. I like to hear about it. So, love you guys. Truth is where you find it. Hope you're finding some here. And this is Ocean Making Waves. Now go make some of your own. I love you. See you next time. Ooh, be fun. I bet you we'll have some fun.